Germany is apparently selling hundreds of tanks to Saudi Arabia. According to Saudi officials, 44 modern Leopard 2 tanks have already been purchased, of a total of 200 tanks, estimated to be worth 1.7 billion euros. Opposition lawmakers are outraged as they believe the arms deal violates guidelines not to sell weapons to repressive countries in conflict regions.
Die rote Linie ist eindeutig überschritten.
The red line has clearly been crossed. The democracy movements in the Middle East and North Africa need our support. We shouldn't be giving tanks to the ruling class. And I want to remind you that Saudi Arabia was heavily involved in the violent crackdown of democracy movements in Bahrain.
The arms deal was subject of a heated debate in parliament. The opposition accused the government of paying mere lip service to Arab pro-democracy movements.
Saudi Arabia rushed into Bahrain to help crush the movement for democracy and freedom. Many people have died, and many more are in hospitals fearing for their lives. All this happened, and then you decide to sell them weapons? This is outrageous.
Und dann entscheiden Sie sich dorthin, Waffen zu liefern?
Newspapers reported both Israel and the US approved of the arms deal beforehand. According to government circles, Germany wants to support Saudi Arabia as a last and important pillar in a changing Middle East, helping to preserve a balance of power with Iran. Outside the parliament building, peace initiatives protested against the arms deal.
This is an issue we should handle transparently because a lot of people are concerned in Germany that 200 tanks should be given to Saudi Arabia. 40,000 people signed a petition in the last 24 hours which say no to this export of tanks to such a regime.
There was no confirmation of the arms deal. Saudi interest in the Leopard tank dates back to the 1980s. But while all previous governments had opposed such a deal, the secret Federal Security Council, headed by Chancellor Merkel, now seems to have approved of such a deal. The government has so far maintained silence about the alleged sale of 200 tanks to Saudi Arabia. But the government has pointed to Saudi Arabia's strategic importance in the region. The opposition is outraged and convinced an arms deal would clearly breach weapons export guidelines. Stefan Herrmann, Press TV, Berlin.